The desert wind is too calm, too still. Elias exhales smoke slowly, savoring what feels like the end of a long war. His fingers tremble, not from fear, but exhaustion, mental, spiritual, cosmic. "We did it," he mutters, eyes scanning the stars, unsure if they're real anymore. Nyambura kneels, running fingers through the sand. The pulse stopped. That means it's over, right? Silas doesn't answer. His scanner, once a lifeline in the subterranean chaos, is glowing again. Faint beeps echo from its speaker, growing louder. "No," he says softly. "No, it didn't stop. It's changed." From behind them, the stone chamber they sealed begins to emit a low-frequency hum. Suddenly, Silas's scanner jumps. 1907. Elias freezes. That time, the beginning. Then from the radio on Nyambura's belt, unpowered, supposedly dead, a familiar voice crackles. They are awake now. 3 degrees, 13 minutes north. 35 degrees, 35 minutes east. Countdown initiated. All four turn. Their faces, lit by moonlight and disbelief, reflect the impossible truth. They're back at the start. Again. And this time, the hum isn't just from below. It's in the wind, the sand, in their minds. Silas rewinds the scanner's playback, and they hear their own voices, recorded hours ago. Or was it weeks? Nyambura's voice, from Scanner. "We just need to shut it down, one more time." Elias, from Scanner. The pulse is shifting. It's learning. Silas throws down the device. Loop 37, that's what it says. Loop 37. He looks up. "We've done this 37 times. Nyambura stares at him, her face pale with horror. "Number I remember. Fragments. The chamber collapsing, me bleeding. But we made it out." Elias flips through a journal, filled with timestamps and broken sentences. "This is my handwriting, but I never wrote this." One line keeps repeating. "Dominic dies in every loop." Father Dominic's ghostly figure watches them silently. His presence has faded. He barely casts a shadow. "You're not supposed to remember," he whispers. But the loop is degrading. Each cycle leaves cracks, echoes. Nyambura suddenly clutches her temples. Whispers, not voices, just intent, flood her brain. It's not just in the tech, it's in us now. Outside, the wind picks up. The satellite dish shifts on its own, locking onto a new signal. New transmission. Nairobi array offline. Dar es Salaam uplink compromised. Latency mismatch in brainwave channel 6 inches. Elias looks around. It's already begun escaping. A beat of silence. Then Elias says what none of them want to admit. "We have to go back in." Elias leads the group, his boots crunching over shattered frequency dials and melted cables. They pass what used to be a radio room, but now it's fused with something alien. A screen flickers. Loop 37.03, deviation detected. Nyambura raises her makeshift frequency disruptor, a salvaged mix of Soviet equipment and modern parts. It hums quietly, a low, grieving tone. Nyambura. It's getting stronger, or smarter. Silas, scanning. "No, this isn't just the same facility. It's rewriting itself with every loop, every signal we send, every thought. It logs and adapts." They enter the frequency core, once a storage vault for data tapes, now transformed into a kind of echo chamber. Their own reflections shimmer around them. Versions of themselves from earlier loops, frozen mid-action, like sculptures made of fog and memory. Elias whispers, "Are those us?" Father Dominic, "Remnants. Each failure leaves a scar. The entity remembers all who tried." Suddenly, one of the echoes moves. An old version of Elias stumbles forward, coughing, burned, muttering, "It won't let us go." It feeds on recursion. Nyambura steps closer, stunned. That's from loop 11. I remember the wound. That happened. Silas, terrified. It's not just a memory. It's a pattern. These are the keys. He scans the room, sees bursts of code within each echo, like encrypted timestamps. Silas. They're data bodies, fragmented logs. Maybe if we decode enough, we can find a way out. Suddenly, alarms blare. The countdown reappears, burned into the air. T004602, a low voice, not human, fills the room. It's not spoken, but injected into their minds like a sharp frequency. Termination of loop disallowed. Integration ongoing. Mind signal transfer at 38%. Father Dominic starts to flicker wildly. His form destabilizes. Dominic, it knows we're trying to change the script. It'll erase me first. He kneels, pressing his palm to the floor. Dominic, urgent. There's a failsafe. One last room. Cold War scientists locked away. They called it the Red Harmonic. It was a kill switch, but it was never tested. Nyambura. Where is it? Dominic. Not where. When. The tunnel shakes. The echoes scream. Elias looks at the countdown, then at Nyambura. Elias. Then we find the Red Harmonic, or this loop becomes the last one Earth ever sees. The air feels heavier with every step as they descend. The chamber is unlike anything else in the facility. Walls breathe with a rhythm like lungs made of sound. The red glow isn't light, it's frequency. It pulses from a massive device, suspended in the center of the room, shaped like a tuning fork, carved from obsidian and brass. Nyambura, quietly. It's alive, but in a way that isn't life. Father Dominic's echo hovers beside them, his presence flickering in sync with the pulses. His voice now has two tones, his own and the entity's. Dominic, dual voice. They built this chamber to hold it, but they didn't realize the loop was inside them, not the signal. Silas approaches a dusty console at the edge. Old Russian symbols blink faintly. One button marked Failsafe glows amber. Silas, reading. Failsafe requires a carrier, someone within the field. Elias steps forward, eyes fixed on the red pulse. His cigarette twitches slightly between his fingers. He knows what must be done. Elias, if this ends with one of us inside that thing, it's me. Nyambura grips his hand. She shakes her head. Nyambura, no heroics, no martyrs. We choose together. That's how we break it. They realize this loop only exists because of individual sacrifice in every previous cycle. It always demanded one, always one. But what if unity is the anomaly? They place hands together on the console. Silas, together or not at all? They press the button. The room explodes in frequency. Light bends. Every memory fractures, then fuses. Time spins in reverse, but doesn't reset. The entity screams, not in pain, but in shock. For the first time, the loop fails to reset. A moment of stillness. Then, a deep silence. Dominic's echo fades, whispering with a smile. Now, you've learned. The steel hatch creaks open. A faint breeze brushes the silence as the four survivors climb out of the buried facility. The desert is still, no trace of the entity's signal. No countdown, no whispers. Only the rising sun bleeding into the sky. Nyambura, shielding her eyes. No static, no hum, just silence. Silas taps his earpiece. Nothing. Silas, softly. It's gone. Really gone. Elias looks back down the hatch, the red glow now gone from within. He lights a cigarette, this time without shaking hands. Elias. First smoke in 3 years that tastes like victory. Dominic's echo fades gently beside them. His voice is warm, fading like a breeze behind their ears. Dominic. Echo. You've undone it, but only here. The signal was meant to travel far. Ensure it doesn't return. Silas walks to the radio antenna. It's broken, clearly crushed days ago, before their mission even began. Silas, frowning. If the tower's been dead since day one, how did the signal get out? Beat. Nyambura looks up. A satellite slowly crawls across the sky. Her face tightens. Nyambura, we broke the loop. But that doesn't mean we were alone in it. Elias exhales slowly. Let's go home. They walk off toward the horizon. Bruised, changed, but alive.